If I asked you to expand x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 4, what shall we do? Actually, we have two ways. We can take this x and multiply this x by all terms in the second bracket. So x times x is x raised to the power of 2, and x multiplied by 4 is 4x. And after that, take this 3 and multiply it by all terms in the second bracket. So 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 4 is 12. And then collect like terms. We have x squared here, and 4x plus 3x are going to be 7x. Then write plus 12. This is a way to expand. And also we have another way, if you remember. X plus 3 is an expression with two terms multiplied by x plus 4. So in the first bracket, we have here x and we have 3. X is the first term and 3 is the second term. Multiplied by x plus 4. X is the first term in the second bracket and 4 is the second term. We can multiply the first by the first. So x multiplied by x is going to be x raised to the power of 2. So multiply the first by the first. And then multiply the second by the second. And write the product at the end here. So positive times positive is positive, and 3 times 4 is 12. What is in the middle? In the middle is the sum of the product of extremes to the product of means. So simply multiply the extremes here. X times 4 is 4x. And multiply the means. 3 times x, 3x. Then add them. 4x plus 3x is going to be 7x. So we're going to write in the middle 7x. The same result we have obtained here. It's x to the power of 2 plus 7x plus 12. So let's analyze it. We have here x plus 3. There are two terms here. Multiplied by x plus 4. There are two terms here. And we have got 3 terms after multiplying them. Okay. So x squared is the product we obtained from multiplying the first by the first. So multiply the first by the first to get the first term here. And 12. We got 12 from multiplying the second by the second. What about 7x? 7x is the product of extremes plus the product of means. Okay. So if we have something like x plus 5, this is a binomial. And what is the meaning of a binomial? The binomial is an expression with two terms. If we multiplied it by x plus 3, so what shall we do? Multiply the first by the first here. The first is x and the first is x. So multiply x by x is going to be x to the power of 2. And multiply the second by the second. 5 multiplied by 3. 5 times 3 is going to be 15. What's in the middle? In the middle is the product of extremes plus the product of means. So the product of extremes, x multiplied by 3 is 3x. And 5 multiplied by x is 5x. Adding them together leads to get 8x. So we're going to write in the middle plus 8x. So what is this 15? This 15 is the product of the second by the second. So 15 is the product. Is the product we have got from multiplying the second by the second. What is 8x? 8x is the sum. Sum of what? Sum of the extremes plus means. So 8x is the sum. If I asked you to factorize, so the first operation was expand to multiply something by something. If I asked you to factorize, so how can we factorize x raised to the power of 2 plus 8x plus 15? Factorizing it means write it as a product of two expressions. So x squared, we can get it from multiplying what by what? If we multiply the x by x, you will get x to the power of 2. What about this 15? I'm asking you now to find two numbers, multiplying them together leads to get 15. So I'm searching for two numbers, multiplying them equals 15. And don't forget, these two numbers you would get from multiplying, okay, from multiplying them. When adding them, you will get 8. So what are they? Two numbers. When multiplying them, we will get 15, and when adding them, we will get 8 here, this 8. So they are 5 and 3. 5 times 3 equals 15, and 5 plus 3 equals 8. So we'll write here plus 5 and write here plus 3. So factorizing is the inverse operation of expanding. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions about multiplying and adding. I'm asking you about two numbers. When multiplying them, we will get 24. And when adding them, okay, we will get 10. What are they? The two numbers are 6 and 4. 6 times 4 equals 24. And when adding 6 plus 4, you will get 10. What if I asked you about two numbers? Two numbers. Their product is 24. And their sum is 11. And their sum is 11. What are they? The two numbers are going to be 8 and 3, because 8 times 3 equals 24. And 8 plus 3 equals 11. Okay. And if I asked you to search for two numbers, when multiplying them, we will get 24. Okay. So the two numbers, when multiplying them, we will get 24. We can multiply 3 times 8 equals 24. And 4 times 6 equals 24. And also, if we multiplied 2 by 12, 2 times 12 equals 24. What else? We can multiply negative 3 by negative 8. Negative times negative is positive, and 3 times 8 is 24. And we can multiply negative 4 times negative 6. You know, negative times negative is positive, and 4 times 6 is 24. And also we can multiply negative 2 and negative 12. When multiplying them, negative 2 multiplied by negative 12, negative times negative is positive, and 2 times 12 is 24. This is the product. What about the sum? What is the sum of 3 and 8? 3 and 8. What is the sum of 3 and 8? 3 plus 8 equals 11. 3 plus 8 equals 11. And what about 4 and 6? You know 4 and 6? 4 times 6 is 24. But what about 4 and 6? 4 plus 6 equals what? Equals 10. I'm talking about the sum. And 2 and 12. When multiplying 2 by 12 is 24. And what about 2 plus 12? 2 plus 12 is 14. And negative 3, negative 8. When adding them, when multiplying them, you will get 24. When adding them, negative 3 plus negative 8 is negative 11. What about negative 4 and negative 6? When multiplying negative 4 by negative 6, negative times negative is positive, and 4 times 6 is 24. What about negative 4 and negative 6? When adding them, negative 4 plus negative 6 equals negative 10. And negative 2 and 12. When multiplying them, you would get 24. And when adding them, negative 2 plus negative 12. I'm adding them. So it's negative 14. Now I'm going to ask you some questions about factorizing. So I'm going to try it at the very beginning x squared. I'm going to try it at the end 24. Okay. And right here negative 10x. So how can we factorize this expression? The meaning of factorizing again, try the expression as a product of 2 factors or 3 factors. So here we have trinomial because this expression has 3 terms. And x squared, we can get it from multiplying x by x. So what about 24 and negative 10? I'm searching for 2 numbers. Their product is 24 and their sum is negative 10. So let's go back and check the table. 2 numbers, their product 24 and their sum is negative 10. They are negative 4 and negative 6. When multiplying them, okay, you would get 24. And when adding them, negative 4 plus negative 6 equals negative 10. Okay. So when factorizing here, this expression, you must look at the last term and at the moment look at the middle term. So you need 2 numbers, their product 24 and their sum negative 10. They are negative 4 and negative 6. What if I multiply this expression x squared and I'm going to try it at the end plus 24 and I'm going to try it here minus 25 here. So here I'm going to factorize it, and if we compare between this expression and the previous one, you will find they are the same. But what is the difference between them? The difference between them is in the middle term here. Okay. The difference between them is in the middle term here. They are not the same. Here we have negative 10x and here we have negative 25x. And how can we factorize it? I need 2 numbers, their product 24. I need 2 numbers, their product is 24. And their sum is negative 25. Their sum is negative 25. They are negative 1 and negative 24. When multiplying them, negative 1 times negative 24 is 24. And when adding them, negative 1 plus negative 24 is negative 25. So right here, x squared is x and x, and plus 24, okay? I need to number their product, 24, and their sum, negative 25. They are negative 1 and negative 24, okay? What if I asked you to factorize x to the power of 2 here, and I'm going to write at the end plus 24 and minus 11x in the middle. So look at the last term and the middle term. You need to number their product 24 and their sum negative 11. They are negative 3 and negative 8. So I'm going to write here x and x, and to number their product 24 and their sum negative 11. They are negative 3 and negative 8. Let's check it out. Negative 3 times negative 8, negative times negative is positive, and 3 times 8 is 24. And negative 3 plus negative 8, negative 3 plus negative 8, negative 11. So I factorized it right. Now I'll ask you about two numbers, their product, let's say negative 28. The product is negative 28, and their sum is negative 3. What are they? The two numbers, their product negative 28. So because the product is negative, so one of them is positive and the other one is negative. One of them is positive and the other one is negative. Positive times negative equals negative. So I need negative 28. So we can guess some values like negative 4, let's say negative 4 and 7. When multiplying them, it's negative 28. But when adding them, negative 4 plus 7, do you know negative 4 plus 7 equals 3? So it's not right trial. It's a false trial. Try another one. So that is not right, because I need to number their product negative 28 and their sum negative 3. So they are negative 7 and 4. Let's check it out. Negative 7 times 4 is negative 28. And negative 7 plus 4 equals what? Negative 3. So if I asked you to factorize x to the power of 2, and at the end, I'm going to try to negative here, negative 28, and negative 3x in the middle. Okay, two numbers, their product negative 28 and their sum negative 3. They are negative 7 and 4. Negative 7 times negative 4 is negative 28, and negative 7 plus 4 is negative 3. So we can factorize it. X, the power of 2 is x and x. And negative 28 we can write as a product negative 28, and the sum of them is negative 3. They are negative 7 and 4. When multiplying them, you will get negative 28 at the end, and in the middle, it will be negative 3x. X to the power of 2, and I'm going to write here negative 36 and negative 5x in the middle. Two numbers, their product. Negative 36 and their sum negative 5. Try it. You will find negative 9 and 4. When multiplying negative 9 times 4, it's negative 36. And negative 9 plus 4 equals negative 5. So we are going to factorize it as x and x here. Negative 36, two numbers, their product negative 36, and their sum is negative 5. They are negative 9 and 4. when multiplying negative 9 by 4 is negative 36, and negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5. I hope you enjoyed this session. See you in the coming episodes. Goodbye.